Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United boss Ralf Rangnick wants to sell Paul Pogba, Anthony Martial and Edison Cavani. Rangnick thinks the trio are killing the mood of the Manchester United dressing room. Now, not so long ago, it said Paul Pogba told Manchester United he wants to join Real Madrid in the summer. But there again, it did mention that PSG is the most likely destination for Pogba. Recently, Pogba held talks with PSG. Pogba's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Revert back to last month, the Sun said that Manchester United offered Paul Pogba a new £500,000 a week contract. That would have made Pogba the highest paid player in Premier League history, but Pogba denied being offered that contract. Pogba is out with a hip injury at the moment, but he is set to return after the international break. Ralf Rangnick confirmed that not so long ago. This season is Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he rejoined. He's played 212 games and scored 38 times since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far, and Manchester United did pay £89 million for him, so reflecting on that, he's our most expensive signing at the moment. We had Pogba when he was a lot younger under the Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. Revert back towards the start of the season, when Pogba was fit, he was in scintillating form. He's got 7 assists so far this season. 4 of those assists came on the opening day against Leeds. He produced good performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season, but at one point last season he was out with a thigh injury for a while. Anthony Martial, you know the news on him. The last time I read up, it said Juventus are interested in taking Anthony Martial on loan. It said Man United are asking for up to £6 million in loan fees. Now, Martial's already made it clear that he wants to make a move abroad. Not so long ago, Martial rejected loan offers from Tottenham and Newcastle. Martial came on in the game against West Ham yesterday and he made an impact. It was his first appearance for a month. He recovered from injury not so long ago. Prior to the Brentford game, Rangnick said that the Martial matter was resolved, because before that, Rangnick came out and said that Martial refused to play against Aston Villa. But Martial came out and denied claims that he refused to play against Aston Villa. You know, he said, "I'll never refuse to play for Manchester United." Last year, Ralf Rangnick confirmed that Martial wants to leave Manchester United, and Martial's agent confirmed that Martial wants to leave this month. He's demanding more game time. He's getting nowhere near enough game time at Man United. He's been at Manchester United for 7 years. He's got a contract with Man United until 2024. Martial has scored 79 goals in 268 appearances in all competitions. Manchester United paid an initial fee of 36 million for Martial from Monaco back in 2015. The best season he's enjoyed at Man United was his debut season under Louis van Gaal. And Edinson Cavani just come back from injury. He had a couple of injuries earlier on this season. Cavani came on in the game against West Ham yesterday. He got the assist for Marcus Rashford's winning goal. Earlier on this season, Ralf Rangnick did reveal that Edinson Cavani wants to stay at Manchester United until the end of the season. Cavani's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Manchester United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Cavani has been linked to Barcelona. Revert back towards the end of last year, it said that Cavani agreed to join Barcelona on an 18-month contract. Obviously, Barcelona was seeing him as a replacement for Aguero because Aguero retired from Barcelona last year because of heart problems. Juventus have been in for him, and last year Cavani rejected a move to Boca Juniors. So there you go. Quite a lot of players are going to depart the club this year. Man United are going to be loaning Amad Diallo out. Juan Mata, he will leave Manchester United. Not so long ago it said that Juan Mata is refusing to sign a new contract ahead of a proposed move to La Liga. Apparently Juan Mata's father and agent had a meeting with Real Sociedad. Mata's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Revert back to last year, Man United extended Mata's contract for a further year. Mata doesn't get in the team now, does he? He lost his place in the team a while ago, plus he's ageing up and he's lost that yard of pace. But despite all of that, I reckon he's had a good career at Manchester United. Mata's made 276 appearances in all competitions and he's scored 51 goals. He's been at Manchester United for 8 years, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. Manchester United got him from Chelsea back in 2014. Man United paid around 37.1 million. Revert back to 2020. Juan Mata rejected an 18 million a year contract offer to play in Saudi Arabia. Jesse Lingard, it looks imminent that he's going to be leaving. Do you think he'll leave before this January transfer window shuts, or do you think Man United will have to wait until the summer to offload him? Well, there has been rumours saying that he's closing in on a move to Newcastle. Newcastle recently made a second loan offer for Jesse Lingard after their first approach was turned down by Man United. Newcastle are willing to pay 6 million to loan Lingard and cover the costs of his 80,000 wages. Lingard's keen on a loan move to Newcastle, but Man United would prefer to let Lingard leave permanently this month. Lingard's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Lingard doesn't get in the team, but he has been part of the club for a long time. Risen up our academy in that. The second half of last season, Lingard enjoyed a 4-month loan spell with West Ham and he made an impact. Donny van der Beek, he's going to be leaving Manchester United. Do you think he'll leave this month, or will Man United have to wait until the summer? I have been hearing that Everton still want Donny van der Beek. Earlier on this season, Bayern Munich went in for him. Donny van der Beek rejected Newcastle. Earlier on this season, Van der Beek was offered out on loan to Borussia Dortmund and Newcastle. Well, earlier on this season, it did mention that Donny van der Beek's not allowed to leave Man United this month. He did have a bust-up with his agent. You can't blame Van der Beek for wanting to leave. He's not getting enough opportunities. He didn't get enough opportunities under Solskjaer, and he's not being given enough opportunities under Rangnick. When we got Rangnick, I thought Van der Beek was going to get the opportunities he was demanding under Solskjaer. Van der Beek has only scored 2 goals for the club, and he's been a Manchester United player for almost 2 years now. Manchester United got him for 40 million. With add-ons included. He's got a contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further year, and he's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. Matic, I think he's also leaving the club this year. He isn't one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that, he still seems to get his opportunities. Matic is the only predominant centre defensive midfielder that Man United have got. I've always had my reservations about him because he's always been a static midfielder. Plus he's aging up, but despite that he's had his good games at Man United. Manchester United got Matic from Chelsea back in 2017. Manchester United got him for 40 million. Matic is out of contract in the summer. Phil Jones and Eric Bailly, I think they're also leaving the club this year. Don't forget, Jones played in the 1-0 defeat to Wolves earlier on in the season. The reason Jones played because Maguire picked up an injury. It was his first appearance in the Premier League since January 2020. Don't forget, at one point Jones was out with a knee injury for a while. Jones is only the outfield player that's still with us from the Ferguson era. This season is his 11th season at Man United, so he's been a long-serving player. And Eric Bailly, he doesn't get in the team much. He's not available for Man United at the moment anyway because he's at the African Cup of Nations. The last game he played was the 3-1 win against Burnley. That was the final game of last year, but Bailly came off injured in that one. Do you think Telles could leave this year? I've been hearing that Barcelona are interested in him. Telles is our first choice left back under Rangnick. Telles has had good games this season, especially under Rangnick. Telles played very well against West Ham. Yesterday was very energetic, very creative, got in some good positions. Diego Dalot, do you think he could leave this year? He's our first choice right back under Rangnick. And Dalot was very good against West Ham yesterday. You know, he got forward well, provided width. He made a crucial interception and a crucial block in the game. And Man United will look to get rid of Dean Henderson permanently this year. So there you go. Manchester United did beat West Ham yesterday. 1-0 at Old Trafford. Marcus Rashford scored the winner in the 93rd minute of stoppage time. So Marcus Rashford has moved Manchester United into the top 4. You know, Marcus Rashford didn't start yesterday, but he came on. Rashford scored in the 3-1 win against Brentford. You know, he also came off the bench in that one and ended his 3-month goal drought. So that's 2 goals for Rashford in his last 2 games. So it's good that Rashford has found some form. because Rashford has been poor in a lot of games since he had that operation on his shoulder. A lot of United fans, including me, have said, Rashford hasn't been the same player since he had that operation on his shoulder. Rashford missed the first 2 months of this season with that shoulder problem, and not so long ago he had a minor leg injury. Rashford has 18 months left on his current £200,000 a week deal. Not so long ago it said Marcus Rashford prepares to open contract talks with Manchester United. But yeah, a very good win against West Ham. Ralf Rangnick said that Marcus Rashford is one of the top strikers in England. Reflecting on the win against West Ham, it was the first time Man United had had back-to-back wins under Rangnick. Ralf Rangnick, he's been Manchester United's interim manager for almost 2 months now. He's lost 1 game so far as Man United manager. Man United lost to Wolves at Old Trafford earlier on this season, 1-0. That was the first time Wolves won at Old Trafford since 1980. Rangnick is our interim manager until the end of the season. Then it did say that Rangnick will continue in a consultancy role for a further 2 years. If Man United finish in the top 4, Rangnick will get the consultancy role. If Rangnick can get Man United a top 4 finish this season, and if he can win a trophy, there is a chance he'll get the Man United job on a permanent basis. I'm hoping we can win a trophy this season. Manchester United have not won a trophy since 2017. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. There's been some good performances under Rangnick. There's been poor performances as well. Revert back before the Brentford game. Rangnick did announce Man United's new formation. It's the 4-3-3 formation. That formation seems to suit our standards under Rangnick. Obviously, Rangnick scrapped the 4-2-2 formation because quite clearly that formation wasn't working. Earlier on this season, obviously there was reports coming out saying that Rangnick is already losing the dressing room at Man United, and it did say that 17 Manchester United players are unhappy, and it said that Rangnick's already under pressure. But despite that, earlier on this month, Rangnick got told that transfer funds are available for him this month, and it said the Glazers will back him. Got to give Rangnick credit, he's made changes since he's come in. Earlier on this season, he brought Ewan Sharp in as an assistant coach and analyst. He brought Chris Armas in as an assistant coach, and he brought Saz Challens in as a sports psychologist. And before Manchester United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. Rangnick wants Erik ten Hag as Manchester United manager in the summer. There's a lot of Manchester United fans that would like to see Erik ten Hag get recommended in. You've got to admire the work he's done at Ajax. He's won a couple of titles with Ajax. Back in 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals, and I like the way he develops young players. His contract at Ajax expires next year. He's been Ajax manager for around 5 years. Before Ajax, he managed Utrecht. Before then, he managed Bayern Munich's reserves, and before then he managed Go Ahead Eagles. Mauricio Pochettino has been relentlessly linked with a managerial role at Man United. The other week it said Manchester United made an offer for Diego Simeone from Atletico Madrid. Manchester United are looking for their 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Manchester United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson. We sacked David Moyes. After 10 months, Manchester United finished 7th under the David Moyes era. Then Manchester United sacked Louis van Gaal after 2 years despite winning the FA Cup under Van Gaal. Then Manchester United sacked Jose Mourinho after 2.5 years. Mourinho did enjoy one good season at Man United because he won 3 trophies in his first season. The 3 trophies he won was the Europa League, the EFL Cup and the Community Shield. But the reasons it didn't work out under Mourinho is because he had bad disputes with the board and bad disputes with the top players. And last year, Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after almost 3 years in charge. Solskjaer's final game in charge of Man United was the 4-1 defeat to Watford. But like I say, Manchester United have not been the same team since Ferguson retired, and no one's going to replicate what Ferguson did, so in that aspect, we've got to accept it. Alex Ferguson, greatest manager of all time. Alex Ferguson brought success to Manchester United. He won 30-odd trophies, including 13 Premier League titles, but Ferguson didn't settle in straight away because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at Man United. Alex Ferguson was at Manchester United for around 26 years, so reflecting on that, he was a very long-serving manager. The only mistake Ferguson made was recommending David Moyes in when he retired. But the reasons he did that is because they're both Scottish and Ferguson had a lot of time for Moyes. Alex Ferguson retired from Manchester United 9 years ago. It was back in 2013 he retired. Since Ferguson retired, Man United must have spent £1 billion, maybe over £1 billion. We've brought over 40-odd players in since Ferguson retired. You know, let me put into the equation, Rangnick is inheriting players who other managers have brought in. You know, none of this squad is Rangnick's. Manchester United's next game is Middlesbrough in the FA Cup 4th round. It's the 4th of February. You know, Manchester United got to the 4th round of the FA Cup by beating Aston Villa in the 3rd round, 1-0. The only goal that game came from Scott McTominay. Middlesbrough got to the 4th round of the Cup by beating Mansfield in the 3rd round. The last time Manchester United played Middlesbrough was back in March 2017. Manchester United won 3-1. Middlesbrough, of course, are in the Championship. Middlesbrough's manager is Chris Wilder. Middlesbrough appointed him in last year to replace Neil Warnock, because obviously last year Neil Warnock got sacked from Middlesbrough. Chris Wilder, before he was at Middlesbrough, he was at Sheffield United. Before then, he was at Northampton. Before, he managed Oxford. Before then, he managed Halifax. And then before then, he managed Alfred Town. I do know some of the players that Middlesbrough have got. They have got Isaiah Jones. They've got Josh Coburn, he's a forward. They've got Aaron Connolly. I think they got Aaron Connolly from Brighton. They've got Riley McGree. They've got Johnny Howson. Obviously, they've got Marcus Brown. I think he's out with injury. They've got Mark Boller. He's out with injury. So they are some of the players that Middlesbrough have got. But yeah, I'm expecting Man United to beat Middlesbrough, so we should be getting to the 5th round of the Cup. I'm expecting Rangnick to rotate in the Cup game against Middlesbrough. Manchester United are missing some players at the moment. Obviously, Jadon Sancho and Lindelof didn't play any part against West Ham because of personal reasons. Sancho also missed the game against Brentford. Like I said, Paul Pogba's still out, but he's back after the international break. Luke Shaw's injured. He just recently got injured, did Luke Shaw. He's injury prone, is Luke Shaw, which is a concern. Eric Bailly's not available at the moment because he's at the African Cup of Nations. Wan-Bissaka, of course, didn't play any part against West Ham because he's been out with COVID. He's not our first choice right back under Rangnick anyway. So there you go. And obviously, you know the news on Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo's just recovered from a neck injury. He did play in the game against West Ham, but he was a doubt at one point. He did well against West Ham, did Ronaldo. You know, he could have won a penalty in the first half. And he played a part in Marcus Rashford's winning goal. Ronaldo started in the 3-1 win against Brentford, but he got taken off in that game. And reflecting on that, Ronaldo was frustrated for being substituted against Brentford, but Ralf Rangnick defended his decision to substitute Ronaldo against Brentford. As you all know, Ronaldo faces a 25% pay cut should Manchester United fail to qualify for the Champions League. Well, it said Ronaldo will leave Man United in the summer if they fail to qualify for the Champions League. The other week, Ronaldo gave an interview, and obviously in the interview, Ronaldo was very critical of the youngsters, so obviously he's demanding more from the youngsters, and Ronaldo also said that Rangnick will do a good job at Man United, and he said, I'm not at Man United to compete for 6th and 7th. Finishing below 3rd is unacceptable. He's the best player in the world overall. He's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Since Ronaldo re-signed for Man United, he's scored 14 goals in all competitions. He's got over 800 goals in his career. Man United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million. He wears a number 7 shirt and he's got a contract with Man United till 2023. There's an option of a further year. Ronaldo receives £480,000 a week, so he's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. Will Manchester United make a signing in this January transfer window? It's under 2 weeks now till the window shuts. Manchester United have been linked with a lot of players. I recently give you the news on Amadou Haidara. RB Leipzig could sell Man United and Newcastle target Amadou Haidara for 46 million in this January transfer window. It's already mentioned that Ralf Rangnick has verbally agreed a 33 million fee to sign Amadou Haidara. Ralf Rangnick held talks with RB Leipzig chiefs. Amadou Haidara informed his close friends that he wants to join Manchester United, and Haidara said he dreams of playing in England and his favourite club is Manchester United. Haidara has a 33 million release clause. He's got a contract with Leipzig till 2025. He's been at RB Leipzig since 2019. He's 23 years of age, still young, got a lot of development in him, and he's a midfielder. Rangnick knows the player well, which is beneficial. Earlier on this season, Rangnick said he wanted Amadou Haidara as his first signing at Man United. You know the news on Ousmane Dembele from Barcelona. Reports in France said that Barcelona are willing to sell Ousmane Dembele for just 17 million, and Man United are prepared to sign Ousmane Dembele this month, but only on a free transfer. Dembele insists he will not be blackmailed by Barcelona. He's been told to leave Barcelona. I don't want Dembele at Manchester United because he's too injury prone. His contract at Barcelona expires this year. Man United have been relentlessly linked with Dennis Zakaria from Borussia Mönchengladbach. The other week, was it? The Telegraph said that Man United were targeting John McGinn from Aston Villa in the summer transfer window. Villa value him at 40 million. He said Alex Ferguson and Darren Fletcher are admirers of the player. Earlier on this season, it said Man United were interested in Tariq Lamptey from Brighton. Man United have basically tried to sign a midfielder because when Rangnick first came in, he identified Manchester United's midfield as a weakness. Newcastle have signed some players in this January transfer window. Obviously, they signed Kieran Trippier from Atletico Madrid and they signed Chris Wood from Burnley. Villa have bought a couple of players in as well. You know, they got Philip Coutinho on loan from Barcelona until the end of the season. I reckon Villa will get Coutinho permanently because he's going to do well at Villa, isn't he? You know, Coutinho scored on his debut against us. Villa also signed Lucas Digne from Everton for 25 million. Of course, Anwar El Ghazi went to Everton. Yeah. So you probably got to say that Villa and Newcastle have done the best business in this transfer window. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.